There are natural forces that create our individual and collective realities. These forces are at work all around us, all of the time, and we each have the same ability to use them to change our lives. By learning to control, focus, and correctly use our personal power, we have the ability to manifest a life by design. Once we understand how to do this, it's easy to begin to naturally and automatically think in new ways that make our future as we'd like it to be. Most individuals are unaware of the power they possess. Consequently, they unwittingly create a roller coaster of both positive and negative events in their reality. Without knowledge of this power, a person is blindly moving through life. Although the engine of the universal mind constantly delivers requests, sporadic instructions will always lead to sporadic results. One of the greatest ways to utilize this powerhouse is by communicating with the mind in the manner in which it operates. The subconscious mind, which is in continuous contact with the universal mind, is the personal control console by which we create. This portion of the mind delivers its requests to the quantum field so that it may manifest our holographic universe. By delicately aligning with it and using the language it knows best, a person can provide deliberate instructions in a manner that it completely understands. Any mental images, whether consciously or unconsciously generated, are totally understood by the subconscious portion of the mind. Consequently, our daydreams, especially those with a great feeling attached, largely dictate our reality. It interprets daydreams and imaginations as desired future events. Therefore, our future is largely a reflection of the most emotionally charged, recurrent images that we've displayed on the screen of our mind. To use your power with any degree of control, the conscious mind must communicate with the subconscious mind using deliberate mental images and attached emotional states. It is also good practice to edit any negative mental images and thoughts that may want to persist. This is so the new requests may be front and center in the mind. Our daydreams and willful imagining become programs and codes for the creation of the future. Think of them as votes for events and conditions that you want to happen. The things we love, believe, expect, fear, gripe about, anticipate, and hate most frequently are the things of which our future will be composed. The images most common in the mind program future reality. Until we each learn to manage these images, life will be a chaotic mess of good and bad events and repeats of past experiences. In this video, you will come to understand the magical power you have to change your life and the lives around you for the better. By intentionally observing your thoughts, implementing positive imagination, and editing negative default imagery, you will form new habits that become automatic within the mind. These new habits will manifest a future designed by you. Part 1. How to use visualization to create. The quality of visualization that you entertain is of utmost importance. Although daily practice is crucial, duration of positive mental representation is not as significant as what images you host on your mental screen. When first initiating the process of intentional creation from the realm of imagination, it's best to start with small things to prove to yourself that you truly are in charge of designing your life. The less complicated your daydream is, the less difficult it is for the subconscious mind to orchestrate events to make it become your reality. If it's simple, it can happen faster. This portion of the mind, which is in constant contact with the universal laws of creation, assumes that the mental images you entertain most frequently are the ones you want to experience in your future. It is through repetition that these images are absorbed, turned into beliefs and expectations, and engineered as your materialized existence. Spending lengthy amounts of time in these daydreams in an effort to force results can often add resistance. This follows the law of least effort, and is the reason to keep these pleasant thoughts to just under a few minutes several times per day. When creating mental images of your future, do so from the perspective of being in the future event at the future time. See this new future through your own eyes, not as if you are watching yourself. If you have difficulty with this, recall a time when you caught yourself staring out of a window and thinking about something other than what was actually going on around you. We often apply daydreaming automatically when performing routine tasks such as walking or driving. These are opportune times to positively reshape your reality. During these moments, most people are living in a as if it's already happening type of state, and that is the most optimal standpoint to deliver these daydreams. When using this type of deliberate mental imagery, feeling states are of extreme importance in two ways. First, your subconscious mind understands feelings as its language. This is how it records events and circumstances. If you've ever touched a hot stove, your mind can recall what happens based on the past experience of it. Most likely, you would not intentionally place your hand on a hot stove again because your mind constructed an unpleasant feeling sensation attached to that event. This portion of the mind is designed to create maps of all past experiences formed from the sensations that were produced in the body during those situations. This is so it may recall those feelings as needed in order to prompt a person to take specific action. Bodily sensation and emotion are the form of communication it uses to understand its surroundings. By reaching feeling states through the visualization process, the subconscious mind must create a circumstance to match it. It does this in order to validate its presence and file it away for later use. This is to say, once a particular feeling state has been produced enough times, the subconscious forms a belief regarding the fact that the sensation is present because a corresponding physical manifestation has happened. It will then look for ways to put the pieces of the puzzle together until it creates an event to attach to those sensations. Secondly, it's crucial to achieve the end result feeling state desired rather than trying to dictate exactly how something will take place. For example, you may have a particular person in mind that you want to be in a relationship with because you think this person will produce the feeling you want to have. In this case, you may work diligently on visualizing about this particular person only to find that when it happens, the feeling states are not what you thought they may be. If you were to focus solely on the feelings you are trying to achieve, you would discover that the best possible option for that feeling would be presented to you. Rather than trying to prescribe exact events, people, and places, the feeling is the goal intended for. In addition, when we attempt to place all of the specifics into this type of imagery, it offers more resistance to creating our desires. By telling our subconscious mind a number of details that we require to make our manifestation happen, it creates more strings to be pulled into the physical world to manifest it as reality. When focusing solely on the end result feeling state aimed for, we match the vibrational frequency that attracts it to ourselves in the easiest and most delightful way possible. The details are not of our concern. The action of visualization is intended to be a fun part of the creation process. When completed accurately, results tend to astonish people. The following example will show you how to make creating your reality easy from the subconscious mind's point of view. If you were to choose to bring more money into your life, The ideal focus would be on a version of yourself that already has money, abundance, and luxury. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to relax your mind and body. Using your mental imagery point of view, begin to look through the eyes of this abundant you. Imagine yourself standing outside of a bank. You can feel the warm sun on your face and hear the cars pass on the road near you. Look down from this first-person point of view and see your hands. Rub your hands together to notice the familiar feel of them. Now place one of your hands in your pocket and pull out the large stack of money that is there. Bring the money to your nose and smell the well-known scent of it. See the faces on the money. Feel the fabric of the bills on your fingers while being attentive to the sound they make when you move them in your hand. Begin to feel the excitement you have about your newfound prosperity. Notice how you can hardly contain the bliss you are experiencing about the abundance you now have. Place the money back in your pocket and feel yourself walking to the door of your bank. Look down at your feet for a moment and see them moving at the pace you normally walk. Feel how familiar your stride is as you move closer to the entrance. Reach out and grab the handle of the bank's door and notice how it feels in your hand. Pull the door towards you to open it and observe how heavy or light it feels to you. Walk into the bank, still remaining attentive to your excitement as well as your stride. Notice the familiarity of the people and decor of the bank as you walk through it. Walk up to the bank teller, place the money on the counter and tell her you would like to make a deposit. See her surprise as she glances at the amount of money you are placing into your account and feel delighted and proud of yourself. Once the transaction is complete, politely take the deposit slip from her and feel it in your hands. Fold it in half, place it in your pocket, and once again feel the elation and freedom you've given yourself. Open your eyes and continue with your day. You may want to repeat this mental exercise 3 to 5 times per day, making the process no more than about 5 minutes long. The only caution is to refrain from forcing these types of daydreams. Consider the fact that they should be fun and produce feeling of joy rather than resistance. In other words, if you find yourself thinking, "I have to do this so that I can attract money into my life," you'll be offering a vibration that contradicts your desired result. If you desire the perfect body, look through the eyes of yourself robed in that perfect body. See yourself in the mirror looking exactly the way you wish to look. Run your hands across your muscles and feel how they feel as the new you. Observe the smile on your face and feel the elation of your newfound health. If it is a relationship you desire, see yourself happy and content. Look down at your hand, seeing it holding someone else's hand as you feel gratitude for this perfect partner. Hear the words, "I love you," and recognize the sensation that comes from the sound of them. Imagine telling your friends about this new amazing person that makes you feel so great. The activity of using the imagination to create what you want can work for any wish you have. These types of visualizations create a strong belief within the mind that the event has already occurred. The act of believing within the subconscious mind is the engine of evolution. It will go to work to make the event happen in order to validate what it has already felt as true. This is why it is of utmost importance to feel the end result only, leaving all of the details to the mind and the universe. Part 2. How to remove negative thoughts and images. Although creating positive outcomes through the vehicle of imagination is crucial to success, editing negative thoughts and imagery will amplify the process significantly. Removing any beliefs that are contradictory to what is wanted will also remove any resistance that is being offered regarding those desires. In the absence of these things, there is more room for positive mental images that are beneficial to creating and manifesting desires. The following processes are simple ways to teach the subconscious mind that negative images that you once entertained are no longer acceptable. This breaks the habit of reverting back to all the reasons you aren't capable of having what you want. This is to say, it states a conscious choice that you will not endorse your entrapment any further. It's best to stop these negative images and scenarios the moment they come into your mind, and to continue doing so until they cease to surface altogether. This cancels the request to continue manufacturing negative events. Exercise 1. Think of something that frequents your mind that you are aware is not conducive of producing the results you wish for in your life. As it is occurring, freeze it. Make it a still frame of what is happening. Next, imagine taking a paintbrush and drawing a sloppy black circle around the image. See the paint dripping and running all over it, marring the entire picture. Follow that by painting a large black X over the image. Once again, notice how sloppy the image now looks. Visualize the paint running everywhere, making the image unrecognizable. Now see your hand grabbing this sloppy image and tossing it like a frisbee. Watch as it sails out past the planet and beyond what you're able to see. The moment you notice a negative image or situation in your mind, repeat this process. It tells the subconscious, in its own language, to delete the negative image as well as any influence it may have had on your future. It also announces that you never again wish to entertain that situation or situations like it. If this image has frequented your mind, it may require that you repeat this exercise several times to delete it permanently. Remember, you are the gatekeeper of your mind and you have the ability to imagine the things you wish to imagine. You are also perfectly capable of deleting any unwanted thoughts and images that stand to block your success. Exercise 2. Many negative thoughts are simple memories of past events or manipulations of them regarding what may happen in the future. Think of these thoughts or images as unwanted baggage. They hold you back and anchor you in a stagnant position, or at the very least slow your progress. As previously mentioned, they also recreate your future as a resemblance of your past because the universe sees them as orders that you've placed for it to deliver. This is merely because of their presence in your mind. Simply imagine these unwanted images as weights that are chained to your ankles. Now visualize yourself with a very large set of bolt cutters. From your first person point of view, seeing the image through the eyes of yourself, use your bolt cutters to break through the chains that keep these images and thoughts attached to you. Watch as these chains drop to the ground in a tangled heap. Feel yourself accelerate away from the weight of the bad baggage. Imagine jumping up and down and running in a very light and free manner now that the weights have been removed. As with the previous exercise, it's useful to practice this process whenever an unwanted scenario or image enters your mind. Repeat this visualization until you no longer recall the unwanted thoughts. The subconscious will take the directive sooner than you may think possible. Once this happens, the negative thought process is permanently deleted and no longer has the ability to block your progress. If you're sincere about your desires, you can consciously create the concrete reality of your life. Your perception field is not something that exists separate from you. It is part of you. It exists inside of you. No one simply watches the events that occur in their perception field. It's an interactive process between the mind and the quantum field. In reality, we each create the events and circumstances of our life. Our reality can be defined as anything we believe to be true. It is the reflex of things that we believe are real. This means that we have the absolute ability to participate in the process of consciously creating reality through the vehicle of our mind. Once the subconscious is trained to alter its beliefs through the use of imagination, reality will also alter in alignment with it. For something to become real, it is necessary first to believe in it. The only possibility for something to be discovered as reality is believing in its existence. This is accomplished with intentional impressions that are combined with matched feeling states. By changing the mental habits we possess, the world around us changes too. To change the reality of our experiences and ultimately the reality of our lives, we simply only have to change ourselves.